Your opportunity to have your opinion heard on our show and possibly win a trip to Super Bowl 21. During the season, Nick and I will be discussing certain football issues, and at various times we'll be asking you, the viewer, what your opinion is about these topics. We'll tally up your votes, and the next week we'll announce the outcome on our opinion poll. And as an added bonus, every time you call, you are eligible to win a GE VCR or television set and a trip to Super Bowl 21 in Pasadena, California. All you have to do is call and be intercepted by one of our operators, or if you want, you can send a postcard to be eligible to win, and at the end of this show, we'll give you that address.
So what are you going to do? Keep the question a big secret? Are you going to let me know what it is?
I knew you'd be the first one to ask. So here it is, our first question on this year's Super Poll to the Super Bowl. The addition of Herschel Walker. Should Tony Dorsett be traded? Interesting question, isn't it? We'd like your response. If you think the answer to that question should be yes, dial this number, 900-720-0044. If you say no, don't trade him, dial 900-720-0055. And remember, each call costs 50 cents, but a large portion of that goes to the Special Olympics for the handicap. And Nick, a man who should know all about this particular question is the general manager and president of the Dallas Cowboys, Tex Schramm. We're going to be talking to him in just a few minutes.
Now that the viewers know what to expect for the season, Lenny, I think it's time for us to look at what's going to happen on today's show. And instead of trying to look at all 28 teams in the National Football League, we're going to concentrate on just those teams that have an interesting story to tell. And one better place to start than with the Bears and the Patriots, and what has happened to each of them since the Super Bowl.
From Parliament to Piccadilly, the Bears put on a jolly good show in London and attracted the attention of pop giant Phil Collins, who stopped by for a chat.
My son Simon.
Hi Simon, how are you?
Yeah. Can you sign his ball for him?
Be glad to.
How you doing, sir? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Look at the autographs, Phil.
Yeah, I know.
They're all going. You want the autographs?
Back home in the States, the Bears have been called the best team ever. They have the chance to confirm that claim, but only if they repeat as world champions.
5 months after winning the Super Bowl, the Bears are preparing to defend their title. And when a team is as dominant as Chicago was last season, the question of motivation inevitably arises. Are the Bears hungry enough to repeat? But in this camp, an even greater question mark concerns the defense, where the highly visible, highly volatile Buddy Ryan has been supplanted by low-key Vince Tobin, a man who never before has coached in the NFL.
When Coach Ditka offered me the job, he said that he looked at it as a challenge, coming in here, and that's the way I accepted. After all the success they had last year, you'd think they might be a little fat-headed. They haven't been. They've been very receptive to me and to the defensive system that we're putting in. So I've got no complaints whatsoever in that respect.
I think it's going to take a while before we really get it all down. It always takes time when you have a new defensive coordinator coming in trying to implement different things. It takes a little time to get adjusted, especially fleshing out all the things that you learn from the past.
It's going to be a different scheme, but they're going to have the same players. It's going to be tough. The Bears' defense is always physical, and we're going to keep it that way.
Indeed, Vince Tobin inherits a defense that is as deep as it is overpowering. But adapting to his new system will require patience as well. This defense could become that much stronger with the return of two men who held out for all of last year. Safety Todd Bell, number 25. And linebacker Al Harris, who has put that empty season behind him.
Well, I really don't think about it now because I'm here. The past is past, and you can't do anything about the past. But I can do something about today. So it's good to be back with the guys, and, it feels kind of funny to be sore again.
For head coach Mike Ditka, leadership is a key element if his Bears hope to repeat in '86.
I've got natural leadership out of Peyton and some guys like that. Fensick, Singletary is a great leader, and McMahon. Jim is a great leader with our players in the huddle, and he does a lot of things the right way, but I want him to lead a little bit more off the field without becoming a yes man to me. Not that kind of a deal. But I think he can be more positive in a lot of the things that happen off the field.
I took the whole off season off, and I wanted to come in like I did as a rookie, fat and out of shape. Last 2 years I've been in great physical condition, and I got hurt, so I figured I'll try to change up and see what happens.
Mike Ditka was not pleased. McMahon was injured in training camp. But with a Walter Payton in the lineup, a return to the Super Bowl is not impossible, though skeptics claim it is unlikely.
Everybody's telling us what we can't do. And this year, that's going to be the key, where people tell us that we can't do it, and we think that we can, and we know we can.
I don't feel that we've been to the top of the mountain. I feel that we're still scratching at the surface.
While the Bears were admired